Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Skip, aka Skip and Tosh. Wow. Am I really dropping frames like that? Hold on, let me check. My bad. We might be getting a little bit of stream hate. Let me listen in real quick and make sure. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming through. I know I got a few of y'all out there right now, and I really, really appreciate it. I know we got videos to catch up on, and I'm actually going to catch up on them still. But, gosh, the frame drop is just ugly on this. It doesn't even... Alright, whatever. I'm not tripping. I'm just going to deal with it. The rest of the videos won't be frame dropping like this anymore. I'm going to fix that issue. I know exactly what it is. I'm only streaming at 30% or 30 frames per second right now, and I'm dropping. I had a whole nother template that I made. I was streaming at 60. I dropped like 10 frames in 3 hours. So it's the template, and I apologize for the inconvenience. Honestly, I'm gonna stop. Well, let me do our sponsors some justice. They take care of us. Tabu Ohana gaming chairs. Skip TC, get yourself $40 off of the gaming chair. We still got a deal right now, I believe, to the end of the year. But if you're looking for an office chair or gaming chair, hard to beat, especially with the discount. They're super good. They come in black. They look really good. This pillow right here, look at all that material. I don't even know what this is. It just feels good. You got that same material right here. So if you like to be in your gaming chair with your shirt off, it feels great. If you just want your back of the head on it, it feels fantastic too. Got the dope symbol on the back. It's hard to beat, baby. The other one, computer booter. Bam. Computer booter if you need. If you're looking for a gaming lounge, if you're still looking for a gift, if you got like the little cash gift cards and you're looking for like some retro games, you're looking for current games, you're looking for, to just go to a gaming lounge and just chill and just play some games, retro consoles, VR, current, whatever it is, or you got some things that need to get repaired. Take it to Computer Booter. Talk to my man Dave. He'll be happy to hook you up. He's a fantastic dude. He's just fun to be around. Or if you play Smash and you're looking for tournaments, that's the place to find it. All right. So now that we got that out the way, and we really appreciate them, I'm cutting the music. I'm cutting it. It's going to be one of those nights, y'all. I had to cut the music. It's going to be one of those nights. I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm going to also be transparent. I didn't watch this whole game. So you might still get another one. You might still get another, one of these from Tap. Tap watched the game. I didn't even watch the whole game. Honestly, I was trying to set up to do videos to catch up for y'all. Just so we can talk. I know it wasn't really a rush to talk about all these L's we've been catching. But I wanted to catch up for y'all. So that's what I was getting ready to do. I was about to jump on that hype. But then I watched the last bit of first overtime. I watched the second overtime. I was still keeping along with the game. I was watching the score and everything, and I've been trying to be patient. I've been trying to be positive. I really have. I've been trying, but I got to be honest too at the same time. So trying to keep it real. But we fought back to get within one. Like, we let them walk into the paint 3 possessions in a row. And Bogdanovic did give some good defense. He had a good defensive stop, but the ball bounced to, I forgot who was under the rim for the Timberwolves, and they got the bucket. All right, that's one bucket, another bucket, another bucket. They go up 6. Possession after possession after possession. And we're not getting to the rim. We're shooting. We're jacking up all these threes. I know Coach Walton, faster pace, we need to shoot more threes. We shot very efficiently from the 3 last year. We just didn't shoot enough. So I was on board for shooting more threes. But, 3 after 3 after 3, we're not hitting. We don't change the game plan. We don't start going to the paint. And, yes, I know De'Aaron Fox went out within the first 2 minutes of the game. And we just got him back. And, yeah, I know Marvin Bagley went out in the third quarter. And we just got him back. And, yes, he did leave. He left the locker room in a boot. But I named this the wrong thing. I named this as if it was a recap. This ain't the recap. This is like a State of the Union for the Kings. I just got to talk about it. I had to come on here and I had to talk about it. We're a bad NBA team right now. We're bad. And We were playing good for a while with the people that we had, but Corey Joe slumped off. That's fine. How much do we really expect him to do anyway besides be professional, not turn the ball over a lot, and play hard-nosed defense? He did his job. Bielitsa was playing up. He was on fire. Belly was on fire, hitting big shots, winning games for us. Fantastic. I still love Belly, but his play dropped off. Fox is back. Bagley's back. That affects chemistry. They ain't been playing with us. They've been watching with us, but they ain't been playing with us. And they're two more type of ISO players. Fox should be ISOing more, but he doesn't. Bagley ISOs too much. And only slightly too much because he's got fantastic athleticism, so I feel like he should be ISOing a little bit. But he needs to work on his right hand, and it takes time. And he needs to learn how to find his teammates better. And that takes time too. But yo, how we get within one, we make the miss, we get the rebound, 11 seconds left, they got a timeout, we got a timeout, and we don't call a timeout. And this ain't the first time I've seen it. I mean, like, I've seen, give me 1 second. I'm getting a little loud. I had to close my door. I've seen Luke Walton do this, and I'm trying not to make this a bash Luke Walton fest. I promise you I'm really trying. I think he is trying. I think he has a plan. I really do. I just don't know what the hell it is anymore. I don't know what Luke Walton's plan is anymore. And if it was what he said, be a 3-and-D team, we need to shoot more threes, and then us being on the perimeter allows for better transition defense because there's not as many people in the paint and all that other stuff. All right, cool. And if he says we need to slow down and we need to learn how to play in the half court, okay, cool. But guess what? Our only half court offense is ISO ball and Spain pick and roll. And we don't even run a lot of actions like within the Spain pick and roll. It's literally just two guys at the top, and half the time it's the wrong guy cutting to the basket and the wrong guy up at the top. With Rashawn Holmes, who is our best player. I don't care. Rashawn Holmes is the best thing that happened to the Kings. Aaron Brewski, if I made fun of you, which I will continue to make fun of you because most of your takes are atrocious. But you were right about Rashawn Holmes as far as the Kings doing better, but you weren't but saying he's the difference between us getting a C minus rating and then a B plus or an A rating as far as you are outside of your mind, my friend. You said that we would make the playoffs just by getting Rashawn Holmes alone. Another one of your atrocious takes, but your desire for him and your assessment of him as far as him being a great player that wasn't given a great chance inside of Philly or, on a really, really bad team with Phoenix, I can give you that. I have no problem, about that. It's not that I ever thought Rashawn Holmes was bad because I saw him eating us up all the time whenever we played him. But can I honestly say I felt like I thought he was going to be playing as good as he is right now for the Kings? No, I can't honestly say that. I was, if you want to call that wrong, I was wrong. He plays way better for us. He's easily our best player. So, Aaron Brewski, there you go. I can give you that. I'm not going to give you much more because a lot of the times, I don't know why you look at numbers so much and watch the game so little. You got a weird obsession with numbers and stats, my friend. You might need to go to an AA meeting or something, some sort of 12-step program. And there's other people like you on Twitter that focus way too much on the damn numbers. I don't know what the hell is up with y'all in numbers. Y'all just like numbers. I hope y'all are accountants, but y'all need to watch the game more and tell me more about the game instead of just damn numbers. Numbers aren't bad, but even the guy that made plus minus, I listened to an interview with him, and he was like, the plus minus wasn't supposed to take over the eye test. It should be accompanying it. It should be supporting it. But even he said people put way too much in the plus minus. He was almost talking like he wished he didn't make it because people got way too obsessed with it. And a lot of y'all are way too obsessed with it. But let's get back to what we're looking at. Let's get back to what we're seeing. Rashawn Holmes is the best thing that happened to the Kings. But, yo, we don't use him enough in the pick and roll. Half the time we run the Spain pick and roll, he's up at the top of the key. He can't shoot no three. And then we got the other guy trailing. If it's Harrison Barnes, whoever the hell else. Not that Harrison Barnes can't do good in the pick and roll, but shouldn't Rashawn Holmes be the one going down? And shouldn't Harrison Barnes be the one standing up at the top? Shouldn't a three-point shooter be the first guy in the Spain pick and roll so they can stay up at the top, or excuse me, should be the second person in the Spain pick and roll so the first guy can cut, and then that guy who was in the point guard cuts or shoots, and then that guy that's right there, he either holds the screen so they can shoot over it, or if they do roll, then he can stay there so he can bloop pop it, right? That's how it should work, right? I'm like no brilliant basketball brain. I can't tell you, like, I can't dive into a bunch of different actions. I probably can't draw you up a crazy fantastic basketball play. But if we're looking at how the play is designed and just common sense, common basketball sense, the second person should be the one that stays up, and the first person the first person that sets the first pick should be the one to roll to the basket. We screw that up all the damn time. We're a team that's built to play fast and we play slow. And if you talk about playing half court offense, we only got one play. And then when we're not running that, bodies don't move. You have to create mismatches in the half court. You have to. You got to do two things in the half court. If you want to play, I mean, and everybody got to have some sort of half court. But you either got to pick and roll the hell out of people. What does the pick and roll do? It confuses the offense. It makes them react to what you're doing. And you either get the pick and roll, or you get a pick and a pop, or you get a mismatch, and then you got the big guy on the little guy on the big guy, right? Big guy, little. If you got the little guy at the top, the point guard or the guard dances and then shoots or dances and blows by him for the bucket. If you got the mouse in the house, the little guy guarding the big guy down there, then you get the big guy the ball quick so he can get the ball up quick. Because otherwise, what's the little guy gonna do? The little guy's gonna foul the big guy and make him go to the line. Right? Most of the time, if the little guy's smart. And most of the time, the little guys are smart. Right? Right. We don't do any of that. We don't do that. Not often enough. We barely do that. We run a Spain pick and roll, and what do? We shoot the three. It's because that's the only thing that I mean, outside of the Spain pick and roll, I think the only other offensive thing that Luke Walton tells our team, from what I see, is that, hey, just shoot threes. Threes. Just make sure you shoot threes. Just shoot threes. Just shoot them. Because I can't tell you what. And what's up, Febo? Shout out. Yeah, exactly, Febo. That's how I feel, Febo. That's how I feel. I feel like Febo. Hand on head. And if he's telling them anything else, then what is it? Do we just, because I thought we had a bunch of guys that are good guys, good personalities. You mean to tell me Harrison Barnes is just being defiant to Luke Walton? They have a prior relationship. Harrison Barnes was on the championship team when Luke Walton was the assistant coach. Is Harrison Barnes just defying what Luke Walton is telling him to do? Is Bogdan Bogdanovic just being hard-headed and not doing what Luke Walton tells him to do? Is Nemanja Bjelica just being defiant, not telling him what to do? Is De'Aaron Fox just saying screw you, coach, and just not doing what he wants to do? Is Buddy Hield just saying to hell with you, coach? I'm gonna do what I want to do? Is Marvin Bagley doing that? Is Trevor Ariza doing that, who gets all these minutes that maybe he's one of our smartest players, most experienced, but he's not one of our most capable. He definitely plays too many minutes. Is he just defying Luke? Is everybody not doing what Luke Walton tells them to do, and that's why we keep shooting threes? Or is everybody doing what Luke Walton is telling them to do because what he tells them to do is just shoot threes? It's one or the other. And I find it very hard to believe that the team is just being defiant and just shooting threes because they want to. I find it hard. I find that hard to believe. I feel like our team would be fine with doing things different. The only thing that I feel like our team probably wants to do, and they're not doing because Luke Walton is telling them not to do it, is pushing the pace. Because we're a team that's built to play fast, but we play slow. We're a team that's built to play fast, but we are last in the league in pace. When last season, we were number one in pace, and when we weren't number one in pace, we were number two in pace. And when we weren't number one and two in pace, we were number three in pace. And if we weren't number three in pace, we were back to number one in pace. And now we're last in pace with our new coach. Vlade Divac got rim runners. Dwayne Dedman, and I know he's been playing terrible or not good. I don't think he's been as terrible as everybody says. He's definitely not living up to our expectations, and I don't feel like he's living up to our contract. Let's see. How do you have such a good setup, a lot channel, but such a lot channel? Um, I'm not fully sure. Such a low channel. G man on now. I appreciate you, G. You know, all I can tell you is that it takes time. That's all I can really say. I appreciate you. Thank you for the compliment. I've been doing video for a long time, so and I've been doing audio for a long time, so I know how to have good quality and stuff like that. And but we only stream so much because we cover a lot of Kings games, and and we're a newer channel, so all I can think is it takes time. But if you want to spread the word for us, I greatly appreciate it. Could you listen to a song? I can't listen to one now because I'm right in the middle of a King's breakdown that I gotta send over to YouTube. But if you want to put it in the chat, or if you want to shoot it to me on Whisper, then I can. But I can't do it right now. I'm dead in the middle of a King of talking about a King's game. That I got to send over to YouTube, which now this is going to be a part of the video. So, but I appreciate you. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense that Vlade Divac, literally, he got us rim runners. Harrison Barnes is even a rim runner. He can run the floor. He came from the Warriors, and they were topping pace when they were super good, and he was on the team, and they won the ring. You know what I mean? Like, he's used to running. He ran with Fox last year. Fox is the fastest guy in the league with the ball in his hands. He's used to running. Freaking even, I was just saying his name. Rashawn Holmes is a rim runner. Marvin Bagley's a rim runner. That's part of the reason why he took Bagley over Luka. And I'm not saying that was the right decision. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I understand why he took him. I'm not saying he made the right choice. I like Bagley, but I understand why he took him, because Fox is fast and Bagley is fast, and Bagley can keep up with Fox, and if Bagley can grab the rebound, because he can jump super high too, and he got a fast super jump, he can grab the rebound and give it to Fox and run the floor, and Fox can get down the floor and then throw it up in the air. Boom, those are buckets, and we can do that over and over and over and over again. I get it. We're built to go fast. I get it. Are you talking about lacrosse? I'm talking about basketball. I'm talking about the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown breakdown, as you see up there. Sacramento Kings, you probably see it in the name as well. Kings versus Wolves. Sac recap. So yeah, man. I mean, like, Buddy Hield is fast too. Buddy Hield was a track star. He played basketball and he could shoot the three. So all you got to do is, run to the 3-point line. If we ain't got that, then you kick it back to him. And then Bogdanovich, he could keep up too, and he could shoot threes too. He is more of an intelligent player, so he can play half court. He can go and find the right guy to pass to, or he can dribble and penetrate and get into the paint. He can do all that. But I mean, it literally doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that we play this slow. It doesn't make sense that we get the ball and Luke Walton says, walk it down. Walk it down. He doesn't tell us run. He doesn't say go. He doesn't tell us that. We walk it down, and then we get in the half court, and we got one play, Spain pick and roll. And if we don't do Spain pick, in which we don't have a lot of actions out of it, it's just the two screens and everybody. So, which I get that. You know what I mean? Like, the other guys stay in the corner. So that way, if the defense does collect, you can kick to the corners. I'm fine with that. But if we're not running Spain pick and roll, then we try to pass the ball. Like, we're not selfish. We don't got a bunch of selfish players. We try to pass the ball around. But, like, you can't just pass the ball. You have to cut. You have to do off-ball screens. You have to go screen for the other guy over there, so that way they try to mismatch and, see if you're going to run or if you're going to cut, and then we got to be looking for that. And if that's not going on, then we need the next guy to come up. We need actions. Those are actions. We need more actions in our plays. Everybody just stands there and they ball watch. And then a few guys try to do something. A few guys, maybe you get a guy cutting, maybe you do. Probably don't. It's just horrible. It's just bad, man. It's just bad. What's up, Febo? Oh, my man, Febo. That's my guy. I saw you with your hand on your head earlier. I saw you, my man. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to say either. I mean, at this point, I'm opening it up. We can just talk. I don't know what to say. Like Luke Walton, I don't understand. Like, I feel like I know what he's trying to do. I just don't. I feel like he doesn't make enough adjustments when things aren't working properly. I don't feel like his lineups have been all that great. I don't think they've been as bad as people have been saying. But they've been bad. They have been bad. Um, I knew it was gonna take some time for Bagley and Fox to get with the program, so I'm not too mad at that. But I don't know what I don't like. If you do something repeatedly, then I feel like eventually it's on purpose. You know what I mean, or it's part of your programming. You know, especially if you get paid. Like a coach is a professional basketball thinker. That's what you do. You know you're supposed to think. You know you're supposed to use your analytical mind, your basketball. You know your analytical basketball mind to look at what's going on, break it down, and then move on, you know, to the next thing, whatever it is, you know. If it's player development, then cool. You're supposed to analyze, you know, where the player is at currently, you know, anticipate what they need to do, and then set up a structure and a program in order for them to get to that next level of what they need to do. And Luke Walton, you know, when a plan don't go his way, it don't seem like he makes very good adjustments at all. And granted, like Dave Yeager was kind of similar. Like Dave Yeager was not a coach that made good adjustments. Teams would make adjustments on us, and we would not adjust back. You know, I think Luke Walton and Dave Yeager are both similar in that way. You know, where they have a set plan and they want to do that, and if that doesn't go well, they don't do anything else. You know. They might trade out players, you know, oh, you're not shooting well, we put somebody else in. But they won't change their game plan. They'll just change players. It's like, oh, here's my game plan. If my game plan is not working with this lineup, then let me just switch this guy out, and that's another lineup, and then we try the same game plan. Oh, the game plan's still not working. Must be the players. It's like, no, maybe it's the game plan. Maybe the other coach knows the game plan, and it don't matter what players you put in because they've adjusted to counteract your game plan. So you need to change your game plan. You can probably keep the same players in as long as you change your game plan. And maybe you do need to change one player. Yeah, maybe you need to take Buddy out and put Bogey in. But you need to change your game plan. You don't be changing his game plan. It don't change. And then we get into these positions. Like I said, I mean, I've seen it at least 4. I could say easily maybe 5 times. The San Antonio game. I want to say in the Charlotte game, we did the same thing. Tonight's game, a few other games where we have a timeout left, and we're down. You know, to either tie the game up or to go ahead. Most of the time, it's to go ahead. We're down only, you know, up 2 points or a point to tie, 2 points to go over. And he doesn't call a timeout to run a play. Now, he'll call the timeouts to stop runs. We've seen that. And I've even seen him call timeouts when we're in the half court and then we look confused. Okay, cool, and we'll run a play. But he won't, like, when the game is on the line, he's got this thing, I guess, where he just wants them to figure it out. Just go figure out what you need to do. No, for what? We're not at that level yet. We're not there. We don't know how to win games. You're supposed to be teaching us how to win games. I don't get it. I don't get it. And how are we supposed to learn how to win games if you ain't teaching us how to win games? I'm at the point where I want the players to just start calling timeout since Luke won't. Like, we got the ball and it's like, hey, timeout. Coach, what you want us to do? Because because the defense starts hugging people. And then these guys, you know, just get into position where they're just going to turn the ball over because they don't know what to do. The pressure's on and they don't know how to win. Most of them are inexperienced in the NBA. Like the only person who has more than 6 years of experience in the NBA on the court is Harrison Barnes, and he's not one. He's our fourth option. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley. If Bogey's on the floor, Bogey. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Let's talk to Febo. Febo, what do you think of the Kings passing game? We're not a selfish team, which is beautiful. We're not a selfish team, but our passing game lacks. And where our passing game lacks is because our bodies don't move off the ball. So we can't create a mismatch or we can't create confusion and cut to get a bucket or to go to the rim aggressively and get a foul because bodies don't move. We passing it to guys that already got defenders that are setting a position on them. If a defender have his position and he's set, only like we don't have a whole bunch of people that can get past. I mean, Harrison Barnes can get past guys because he's strong, and he knows how to create a foul. And De'Aaron Fox should be able to get past guys, and he can get past guys, but he don't like do that a lot. He don't even do that. Like, forget a lot. He don't do it enough. You got to get to enough before you get to a lot. He don't even do it enough. You know what I mean? Bogdan can as well. Bogdan can break down his defender, but you know, we don't ask him to do that enough. We just want guys to shoot threes. So our passing game is bad, not because we have ball hogs, not because we have guys that aren't willing to pass, because we don't do the things off the ball to make passing effective. We don't even do things on the ball to make passing effective. Our screens were very good at the beginning of the season. Our screens have gotten bad. If you don't stand there to create the contact, to bump the guy off you for that millisecond so you create that extra separation, your screen is for nothing. Marvin Bagley will go and he'll set the screen. He'll even act like he's pushing off. He just screen fades all the time. He barely ever stays there and keeps his body there, create the contact. He don't understand because he's not thinking about the play. He's thinking about getting the ball. He's not thinking about getting the best shot. He's thinking about scoring. That's the difference. Check the mindset. There's people that think about getting the best shot, and then there's people that think about scoring. Rudy Gay, if you remember Rudy Gay, all Rudy Gay thought about was scoring. You know who scoring involves? One person, you. If you think about scoring, you ain't thinking about somebody else scoring. You think about you. You ain't thinking about making a play. You think about scoring. That's the difference. That's the difference in the mindset. If you want to make a play, you may be the person that scores. You may not. You're just trying to make something happen. If you think about scoring, that means you want the ball because you want it to go in. You want to be the person that put it in the bucket. That's how Marvin Bagley thinks. Marvin Bagley doesn't think about making plays. He thinks about scoring. Because if you think about making a play, then you're going to do everything within that action to make the play happen. Marvin Bagley doesn't think like that yet. It's his second year in the NBA. He didn't even play full 82 games because he got hurt last year. So what is he thinking? He just wants to score. So he's not going to set the screen the right way all the time. He'll fade off. So you don't get the extra contact. Fox can't get the guy passed properly, or Bogey or whoever can't get the guy off their back a little bit. So that way the defender got to step up, and then you can get the pass to him, or you get enough separation before this defender steps up. You can get the floater, or you can, aggressively jump towards the basket and get the foul. Or if that, now the defender's out of the way. If you miss it, then the other guy should be able to grab the rebound and put it away. We don't think like that. So, and then let me check your other question, my fault. The other question is, I feel like when the Kings was playing good, they were moving the ball side to side very often. But now with Bagley and Fox back, when the ball gets to them, it kind of gets stuck there. I agree. Fox is willing to make a play. Fox would like to make a play. But same thing, like making a play involves all of the actions within it. So if Fox wants to make a play and he gets the ball and he gets a screen, and he's not looking to score first, I can tell you that. Fox should be more of a score-first guard. He should actually be that. That would actually help us more. But he's actually looking to make a play, which is not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. I was concerned I was like, maybe he should play shooting guard more. I don't know if he is actually a true point guard. He has the point guard size and point guard speed. I didn't think he had the mentality. He proved me wrong by the second year, and I was happy to see that. So, okay, that's a point guard. That is our point guard. But the problem is if the people that he would be making a play to are not completing the actions they need to, if Buddy Hield is only staying at the three-point line, and I love how Buddy Hield runs. Like, he'll run the baseline, he'll run back around. I love how he runs the perimeter, but he doesn't cut and slash enough. So that limits what Fox can do. And then the rest of the guys is a bit of the same thing. If Harrison Barnes is just staying in the corner and no one's coming to screen for him, or he's not going to screen for someone else, which bigger guys should be going to screen for someone else. So if you're in the corner, if you're the power forward in the corner, then you should be going and screening for the shooting guard. Or if you're the small forward in the corner, you should be going and screening for the shooting guard, or go screen for the power forward. You know what I mean? Create some contact. In theory, you want to be screening for the faster player. That's a faster action that can create more confusion, XYZ. Or, but guys aren't doing that. They're not moving their bodies enough. Even if we're not screening, then we need to be rotating. So Buddy Hield, you run across, and then whoever was in that corner, they rotate over, and the point guard rotates. Like, we're not even just doing normal rotation, and then or that guy that was there, then you run down to the basket, you cut the other guy who was down on the block. They go to the corner and they rotate up, and then people rotate up, and then the guy, if you cut and you don't have nothing, then you go back through. It's a pretty standard motion offense, But if your offense doesn't have any motion, then you have to have the guys that can break. You have to have a James Harden. You have to have a Russell Westbrook. You have to have a Bradley Beal. You have to have a Lou Will. You have to have a Paul George. You have to have a Kawhi Leonard. You have to have a LeBron James. You have to have Anthony Davis. You have to have guys that can dominate their defender. And we don't have those guys. So if you don't have those guys and you're not, using basketball IQ to create the best play, to make the best play happen, then you're the Sacramento Kings. Then you're us. You just stay there. Like, you can dominate your defender, but you can't. And then you jack up a three. And we got good three-point shooters, but ain't none of them hitting right now. So, I mean, Nemanja don't even, he spaces the floor, but he don't shoot enough. He didn't even shoot enough threes last year. Now Buddy shoots too many. Bogey shoots too many. Because they're not going in. Not because he's not efficient, because they're not going in. So now you us. Now you're the Sacramento Kings. Where your shots don't fall. You don't get enough twos unless somebody misses and someone's cleaning it up. You know what I mean? We don't shoot no mid-range jumpers. And I wouldn't be mad at us shooting just a few more. I know it's an inefficient shot. I wouldn't be mad at us shooting just a few more of those just to mix it up. But we're not doing almost no kind of post play unless it's Bagley. Barnes don't even get in the post enough. I find it ironic that tonight when they say, hey, Luke Walton, what do you think, like, when the shot's not falling, what do you think about, trying something else? And he's like, I guess we could. I guess we could get it down to Harrison Barnes in the post a little bit. Duh. But you don't do that, though. Like, Harrison Barnes got to make that play happen for himself. Harrison Barnes is the only person on our team that knows how to get to the foul line to slow things down so we don't have to burn a timeout. He's the only person that knows how. He's the only person that knows how to do the post up and then swing his arms up, James Harden style. He's the only guy that knows how to back into the post and then, get us a bucket like that. He's the only one. Rashawn Holmes, if he gets the ball, he can flick it. Gets the ball if you get it to him when he has enough separation. But if he's got an additional guy coming, like, he's not good at, like, he's not selfish. He can pass the ball, but he's not, like, good at kicking the ball back out. He's not good at that. Harrison Barnes can do it, but Harrison Barnes also knows to make a play fast enough so he can get to the foul line or so he can get a bucket. We have, like, when you get in the post, it's not like it was anymore. Like, unless you got shooters that are knocking down shots, but people sag off of us. If Corey Joe's in, people sag off of Corey Joe. They can help on a post guy, try to rip him. And we've had our post guys get ripped enough, So I don't know. That's it. I really just came on. I didn't even expect it was going to take me this long to say that. I was just frustrated, and it's crazy because I'm really not mad. I'm not mad because, I had higher expectations, but my expectations, like, got real low once we got those two injuries. Once Bagley went out, and then Fox went out a little while after, and then even when we were playing good, my expectations weren't high. I was just like, we could beat these guys. Here we go, Febo. Fox ISO drawing double team and kick isn't really a good thing for the team, in my opinion. Nah, I don't think Fox drawing the double team and kicking is a good thing either. He's not at that point. I think Fox being, like, quick, because if you're drawing a double team, two things are happening. Either one, you've been scoring and they're trying to shut you down, or two, you're taking too long, you're dribbling too much, and you're allowing them to see, oh, all we got to do is just go put some pressure on him, and and he'll cough the ball up, like they used to say, he'll sing like a bird. So I agree. I don't think Fox drawing double teams, not yet. And I mean, unfortunately, Fox ain't even, when he has been playing, like, he's not dominating to where it's like bucket after bucket after bucket. Hey, go put pressure on that guy. He's not even doing well enough to do it. So I agree. That's definitely not the answer. But I do think Fox playing a little more. I think like Fox, within the flow of the game. Okay, like he, don't start off the game ISOing, but let guys. Okay, cool. Buddy cut, cool. All right, Buddy got a bucket. Or Harrison Barnes cut, he got a bucket. Okay, we run a pick and roll, you get Rashawn Holmes a bucket. Maybe we run another pick and roll. Okay, cool, you got Bagley a bucket. Okay, so he's the last person. Now, we got all that stuff going, and we fake, and then he whoop, 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 whoop. And then, okay, so now the defender in his mind, he's conditioned the defender. That's called conditioning. The defender's always looking for the play. And the second that the defender knows, okay, let me, try to clog the passing lanes a little bit more, that's when Fox starts to put a dribble on him. And now the defender's like, oh, what? I got it. What? And then, whoop, he's gone. And then he can get a bucket. So conditioning, I don't want Fox to be score first. But it's like, it's mixing up. We did a lot. Like, I used to play Smash competitively, and we did it a lot. That's what you call a mix-up. So you condition someone first, so you fill them out a little bit, and then you always try to go for something that's easy. You always start off with something that's easy. You don't do no home run plays to start off. You start off with something that's easy. For us, we're really good at lobs. So we can do pick and roll, catch him, lob, Rashawn Holmes, bam. That's a good one. That's an energy play. It gets your big man going. It gets the crowd into it. Cool. Start off with a bang. It's kind of demoralizing. Okay, cool. You run one of those. On the next one, try to run it again. If it's not there, no problem. You pull it back out, swing the ball, and now Buddy got it. Now you cut, boom, or whatever. The next person cuts, boom. Okay, cool. Now we got a bucket off of pick and roll, and we got a bucket off of a cut. And those are easy buckets because they're close to the rim. Cool. We run, whoop. Maybe we run a Spain pick and roll. Buddy Hill, bam, pops it, boom. So that's three different players. I mean, it's all within the first 6 minutes. 3 different players score off of Fox making plays. Fox don't do nothing. Fox's defender's like, you're playmaking. So you've conditioned him to think you always gonna look for the play. Now you mix up. So he's gonna defend you like you're gonna make a play. And right when he defends you, that's what you want him to do. Now you ISO him. You hit him with a few steps. Oh, he's disoriented. He was defending like you making a play. Now you ISOing him. And you put a shot up. Now, here's the thing. You want to get a good shot. Hopefully you make it. But if you don't, now, the next time he defends you, whether you made it or you miss it, now he don't know how to defend you. Do I defend the play? Or is he going to try to ISO again? Do I play up on him to stop the ISO? Do I play back a little bit to stop the play? Now you can mix up because you've conditioned them. So just playing like that. That's it. I like it when Joseph come in and hand it to the offensive scorer. Do their things. Yeah, I like that too. I mean, that's Corey Joseph being someone who's won a championship ring, being someone who's played in the NBA over 7 seasons, being someone who's just been there. He's done it to other people and he's had it to him. He's had it done to him. So he knows more of this stuff. De'Aaron Fox, he's not that experienced yet. So De'Aaron Fox is like, I'm just trying to do what coach tells me. While Corey Joseph is like, I'm trying, it's a little different. I hear what coach tells me, but I'm trying to win the game. And that's the difference. I mean, like, you can look at that for, like I said, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, does Kawhi Leonard do everything that Doc Rivers tells him every time he goes out? Does Paul George do that? No, because they've played long enough to know, okay, coach, I'm going to listen to that. But if what you say, if I get on the court and if I see something different, if you tell me to do this and then they literally are defending that and that's shut down, then I know how to switch gears so that way we can still win the game. As opposed to being you young player, Fox like, coach tell you do this, and then when you go in, you try to do that, and when that don't work, you don't really do nothing else that's effective. If that don't work, you don't back off a little bit and see, okay, what else I got? If that don't work, you might do something out of character like shoot a 3, a contested 3, So that's what I'm talking about. I think that's why Buddy was doing better because he knows when he gets the ball. With Fox, he holds it a little longer before Buddy gets the ball. That's why it tosses him out of rhythm. I do agree with that. And that's something, and that's part of Fox kind of being out of it while Buddy was hot. Uh, and Leo BS from Cowbell Kingdom has been saying this a lot. Buddy's been getting the ball too late into the shot clock. So Fox has been holding it for a little too long. Um, if Fox is not seeing something, if you go and you try to do whooping and basically it's like this: you got 24 seconds. If you take 4 seconds to get up, you got 20 seconds. Or let's say you took 5. You should only take 4, but let's say you took 5. And you got 19 seconds. You should try something for no longer than 4 seconds. If you don't get it in 4 seconds, you need to move the ball because you've gone from 19 down to 15. And it's the same thing. The ball moves. Ball don't take a second to get there. Let's say it take half of a second. Okay, so don't even say you got 15. Let's say you got 14. You take 4 seconds, try to make something happen. If you don't do that, then you need to swing it because now you got 8 seconds. Okay, you move it to the next person. Now they got 8 seconds. They got to take their 4 seconds. So that's how action should work. You should be dividing your time like that essentially. But if you Fox and you hold on to the ball for 6 seconds, and it's not like you holding the ball waiting for the screen to come up so you can come and do something, that's acceptable because you have a predetermined thing that you're trying to do. I wouldn't mind it so much there. But if you got the ball for more than 4, like if you get past the half court and you got the ball for more than 4 seconds, you took too long. Because basketball's fast paced. You only got 24. So yeah, he been holding the ball too long. And then if you get it to Buddy late in the shot clock, but you already know Buddy want to shoot it. So if Buddy get late into the shot, but Buddy will do this. Look, if Buddy gets the ball and he doesn't have an apparent good shot, you can check back to last year. Buddy doesn't mind swinging the ball again. He doesn't mind. He just needs the time. But if you holding the ball too long and you get the ball to Buddy late in the shot clock, Buddy already wants to shoot and the clock is going down and he's not a great passer. He's a decent passer. He's not a great passer. Then Buddy's gonna take a bad shot. And you almost can't fully blame Buddy for taking a bad shot. Because if you know who Buddy is and you know how he is, then that's your fault for getting him the ball too late to where he won't do nothing else but shoot it, even if he don't have a good shot. So, some of Buddy's slumps is Buddy's fault. Enough for him to take responsibility. But some of Buddy's slumps is the King's fault for giving Buddy the ball at the wrong time. The people that you want to give the ball to when time is running down is 2 people: your best ISO player or your big man that's down on the block. You don't want to give the ball to your best shooter. Not if they're defended. If you kick it to them and they're wide open, then that's a good idea because they can shoot wide open. But if you kick it to them and they're defended, that's one of the worst things you can do because they have to shoot the ball and it's going to be a bad shot. It's one of the worst things you could do. If you need to pass the ball to someone, it needs to be your best ISO player if it's late in the clock, or it needs to be your big man who's already close to the rim. Because that's a good shot. At least if they flick it up, there's you can get back on defense because they got a rebound and then they got an outlet. But if you give it to the shooter and he got to take a bad shot, he gonna take the bad shot, and then you got to get back on transition defense. But it was one of the worst shots you can take, and you don't have really no chance of really getting it back. Because we're not bad. We're not a terrible rebounding team anymore, but we're not a really good rebounding team, and we don't have a bunch of people in the paint to get the ball back. So if you throw up a little whoop whoop real quick, you got a chance maybe of tipping it back in or whatever. But if it's a 3-point shot, you got to run back on defense. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'm not gonna go no longer because I still got other videos I gotta do. I'm gonna try to catch up on some of these real quick, but I just had to talk about this real quick. I was frustrated, and I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. This is that us not calling a timeout when we had a timeout left and we had the last possession really was a red flag to me. And outside of that, I don't know. I mean, I would want Vlade Divac to go and talk to Luke Walton. I saw Bogdan Bogdanovic literally lose confidence at the free throw line. If you watch the post game, Buddy Hield, there's trust issues now because Buddy Hield said that there's trust issues. Buddy Hield said coaching staff don't trust him. He's basically saying Luke Walton don't trust him because Luke Walton benched him in the latter half of the fourth quarter the other game. and now don't have him in the game towards the end of the games, unless like Buddy said, unless they're just 3 points down, and he'll throw Buddy in and see if Buddy can get a shot for him. And how Buddy is, that's gonna mess with Buddy's confidence. And coaching is coaching, and I'm not saying Luke won't need to change that all the way up, but what I'm saying is, with how everything is now, there's trust issues, and that's not good. Because Luke Walton, one of the main reasons we brought him in is because we saw how Dave Yeager was, and people didn't like Dave Yeager, and we saw how Dave Yeager chastised Buddy Hield and ate into his confidence in that Warriors game, and Buddy hit the shot before and then hesitated, double pumped on himself, and a shot that he just hit, he didn't even take properly. He hesitated because Dave Yeager got in his head. We brought Luke Walton in so he didn't get in players' heads in the wrong way, and now he has. So now what do we do? All right. Like I said, end of the night, this wasn't even a game recap. This is really just State of the Union for the Kings. I'm frustrated, and I don't know what we're gonna do to change this. We keep getting hurt. Fox left the game. Bagley left the game. Bagley walked out in a boot, by the way. Bagley walked out in a boot. He left the locker room in a boot. He was putting pressure on it. He wasn't on a boot and crushes, but he walked out in a boot to stabilize his legs so it didn't move. So we don't even know. I mean, we just got Marvin Bagley back. I don't even know if he's gonna play in the next game. And we can't afford for him to miss any games because we need him. They said Fox's back spasm shouldn't be bad. They said he shouldn't be bad. They didn't say he's going to be back for the next game, definitely. We're going to find out more tomorrow, hopefully. I don't know. We got bad luck, and we make bad decisions, and we are suffering from some bad coaching. And all of that makes us a bad NBA team. I talked about this to Tap, but, I thought I was done, but I got a little bit more. I talked about this to Tap. We if we are on the ground, we don't call timeout to keep the possession. If we're down and they're on a run, we don't get to the foul line to stop it. Partly because we don't really go in the paint as much. We just shoot threes, so we don't stop it. You can't just play basketball. This is the NBA. You can't just play basketball. You have to play NBA basketball. The game within the game. You have to know how to control the tempo of the game, and if it's getting out of hand, you have to know how to slow it down and how to stop it. You have to know that. Or how to switch things up. How to play fast, But we don't do any of the basic, and I'm not some great basketball. I'm a guy who I watch the game like you watch the game. I just watch the game. I've just learned just from watching the game. Luke Walton has played and has seen way more basketball than me. And why he's not doing some of the things, and these aren't even things these aren't like ideas I've created. I didn't make these ideas. I didn't make these ideas. These are not, my ideas. These are things that, I've seen other teams and other coaches do. When I watch other games, I see them do these things to win, and it usually either gets them closer or it helps them win. And we don't do it. We don't do that. So, yeah, it's another loss. We're 7 games behind 500. The crazy thing is, the West is playing so bad. San Antonio and us are both tied for 9th seed right now. We're both tied for 9th seed. So we're not out of it. And Trailblazers are in the 8th seed, and they're only a game and a half above us. And then they have the losing record, and then once you get past that, then OKC, who should have been a worse team than us, they're at 500, and so they don't have a losing record, they don't have a winning record, they're at 500, and then past that, everybody else has a winning record. So the thing that sucks is we're still not out of it, we're still in it, we could still possibly make the playoffs, but we're not playing like a team that's going to do that. Like, if it's between us and San Antonio, in March and April, if it's between us and San Antonio, I just don't see how we're going to out-coach Pop and the limited experience that they do have on the team. Marco Bellinelli and Patty Mills and and LaMarcus Aldridge, and if they still have DeMar DeRozan, their experience is going to win out over us, because all of those guys have been in the playoffs and they know what it takes. And we don't have enough in our starting five that have been to the playoffs. Rashawn Holmes, I don't have enough playoff experience. Fox don't have none. Bagley don't have none. Obviously Harrison Barnes does, and he has a championship ring. And Buddy Hield don't have none. So we don't know how to do it. We don't know how to get there. So unless we do turn things around and start winning, and we have to turn, and I'm gonna say we can't even be under. We have to have a winning record, or be at 5, or be right at 500. Unless we do that, it's not gonna happen. All right. Feeble, I appreciate you. Whoever else is watching, I appreciate you. I'm gonna catch up on the videos, but now it's 11:30 at night, and I was gonna do 10-minute videos, but I done spent an hour doing this, so I'm gonna try to wake up in the morning maybe and try to get caught up. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.